Plover, we aspire on a daily basis to achieve the Plover Pledge. The Plover Pledge is made up of our howls. There are 3 sections to this. The first is work hard. To work hard, we pledge to try our best at all times. When stuck, be creative and bounce back. Produce our best work, editing and improving. We talk about these every day in our crew and learning sessions.
I'm really proud of my castle. I had to use loads of different textures and loads of skills. I said how I could make my model better and I did. I am green.
A piece of work that I am really proud of is my poem. We had been learning all about fire and the Great Fire of London. I completed a rhyming poem. I thought carefully about rhyming words which I found hard, but we worked together and collaborated as a class crew to think of lots of rhyming words we could use. I achieved green standard in my work. My work was chosen to be on the Twit video, which was awesome.
I am really proud of my What the Romans Did for Us 2-page spread. I did research to find out the information about the Romans, and then I planned how I was going to set my work out onto the 2 pages to make it interesting. I added pictures and colour, and a did you know box to make it stand out.
A piece of work that I am particularly proud of is the newspaper report. I wrote about the W5557 crash over Hatfield Moor. I was so proud of my work because I carried out lots of research to make sure my work was accurate, and then I listened to my teacher and my peer critique to make sure I acted on their feedback. I was so proud because I achieved gold standard in my writing and it was displayed in my classroom.
I will try my best at all times.
When I'm stuck, I will be creative and bounce back.
I will always produce my best work. I use the learning targets to help me know what I need to do to achieve my me. We also make a success criteria so we are all clear about my expectations. Our work is then critiqued either by myself, a peer, or my teacher. I will always act upon my feedback and make this clear using my green pen.
Whip Around is used to check understanding and to ensure that all children have the opportunity to share. Sometimes this is done using objects or pictures, but children are encouraged to speak as ideas are shared around the circle. It helps us to see what the children know and understand. This is often used at the beginning or end of a session.
Think, Pair, Share is a protocol used to allow children to have time to process the question or learning which has been presented to them. It then promotes and engages children in dialogue with one another about their ideas, learning, or to critique their work, before finally sharing their thoughts with the whole class. The purpose of this protocol allows the class teacher to gauge an understanding of which children understand and have grasped the content, but also allows the less confident children to speak rather than speaking in front of everyone. This protocol is often used during whole class input at the start or end of a lesson.
Popcorn protocol allows children to contribute to a discussion without being called on by the class teacher to do so. Children are given time to form their ideas in their own mind, like popcorn kernels warming up in a pan, before volunteering to share with the class or popping. Children indicate with a thumbs up sign that they are ready to pop and share their idea. By listening to each other, they know when to continue the discussion. If 2 children pop at the same time, they agree with each other who will speak first. The discussion continues until there are no more kernels to pop, and that's no more children wanting to contribute. The teacher facilitates the popcorn discussion, but it is the children who maintain and drive the discussion on.
Tell me, what are your predictions for what is going to happen next?
I think that next there will be loads of children and we'll be able to keep.
Oh my thanks guys.
I think that we're going to go back in time. I think when they found it, they found like diamonds and they bought them and took them and put it in that room.
Oh, so the Romans have been travelling in time, that's really interesting.
Silent conversations are used as a pre-assessment to assess what children already know. We carefully plan silent conversations to support our children and help us plan our next steps. Pieces of paper are placed around the room and children use different colour pens, so we as teachers can identify who has contributed what, and they do this silently. In Upper Key Stage 2, we regularly use silent conversations. This may be when we introduce a new topic in maths, when we introduce key vocab in Expedition, or to check for SPAG understanding in English, to name but a few.
Critique has become a normal part of everyday practice at Plover for both children and staff. It is the common language we use on a daily basis.
Children use the process of critique to help improve their work to make it the best they can. Using I notice, I praise and I wonder, they are able to critique their work in a positive way.
This same process is used as a staff team. Be it through self or peer critique, staff are able to use this reflective feedback to support continual improvement.